Hey guys, so I work from home and I upload and download literally thousands of short video files. And so having really fast internet is super important to me. I've been using this Orbi home mesh internet network. It comes with one router and two satellites. This is one of the satellite routers. And it's supposed to get up to 2.2 gigabits per second and cover up to 6,000 square foot home. And I want to give you a little review of it because I've been using it for about a year, using it intensively. So I want to tell you some things that I've learned about it that you should know before you buy it. In the description below, I'll include a link where you can buy this router for a really great price. One thing I really like about this router is that there are different lights for different settings on the Orbi. So if I turn off the Orbi and turn it on, so I'm going to press the power button. You can see there's the power button right here. There's a sync button. There's two Ethernet gigabit ports right here, and then here's your power cable. So I'm going to go ahead and press the power button to turn it off. And when I press on, if you look here at the top, you can see it blinking with a white light. So I think that means it's like booting up. If it connects successfully to your network, to your main router, the lights will actually go off. But if there's errors, there'll be different colors like a blue or a purple light or an orange light. These will indicate different things that you can look online. So it's a really cool way to visually know what your router is doing if there's any issues you need to diagnose. The closer you are to the wireless router, the stronger your internet signal, the faster your upload and download rates. So in here, really close to the router or to the satellite, it uploads and downloads just fine. But if I go out in the garage to the far corner, the internet's kind of slow. Instead of it being, 100 megabits upload and download per second, it's like maybe 5 megabits per second. Okay, so here's my favorite thing about the Orbi internet router system. It is their app. Their app is pretty sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and show you it. So it's the Orbi app by NETGEAR. So you create a NETGEAR account and you set up your Orbi. And when you log in, you can see it says internet's online. There's two satellites. If I go to device manager, that is my favorite part of this app. It will show you all the devices that are connected to your router. And so here it says basement Roku. So if I want to turn off the Roku, say if my children are watching something in the basement on the Roku, and I want them to stop watching stuff so they can go and play outside, I can just turn off the internet to the Roku. And voila, then the TV stops working. Pretty sweet. So I'm going to put that back on. If a child has, say they have an iPhone at night, and say, you want little Walter here, you want him to go to bed and not stay on his iPhone all night, you can turn off his Wi-Fi. Boop. So that is pretty sweet. I've found this to be super useful as a parent to be able to control the internet and turn it on and off for each specific device. That's probably my favorite aspect, other than just having super fast Wi-Fi. Security, I haven't activated. It looks like they have a freemium service or some sort of armor guard where you can probably pay, I assume, to get some added security, kind of like a filter for your internet browsing. You can test your internet upload download speed here. Parental controls, if I click on that, it'll try to get me to download and install the Circle app. So Disney has an app called Circle that allows you to have a bunch of parental controls. Like I think you can set the amount of time and what websites that your children on their different tablets and devices can access. I looked into that, but if you go and it is an in-app purchase thing where you can download the app, but in order to activate it, I think you have to pay I can't remember if it's $5 a month or somewhere around there to be able to use it, which to me just doesn't seem worth it, so I don't subscribe to that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Orbi app. So we're going to do a quick internet test. Test my speed. You could also go on the Ookla speed test or on the Google internet speed test. Now, this is actually one of the first times I've used this speed test, and honestly, I don't know what it's doing because I only pay to have 250 megabits per second upload and download. So either the internet company is giving us free access to more speed, Or it could be that this is just measuring the router speed and not the actual internet speed. Because here it says 550 megabits per second download and 940 megabits per second upload, which if I go on the, if I go onto Safari and do an internet speed test right here in the same position, yeah, look at this. It's only giving me like 60 megabits per second, 65 megabits per second download. Yeah, there you go. And 30 megabits per second upload. So I don't know what's going on, but the app doesn't seem to be giving me my speed test. It might be giving me like the router speed. I don't know exactly what's going on. But overall, I will say I love the Orbi app. I especially love being able to turn off and on the devices on here. It's just so convenient. You've got Wi-Fi settings. You can change your password and network name. If we go down here, you can see what's on your network. You can see if your satellites are connected. So I've got my router, and I've got my satellite, and I got my second satellite. I think it's orange because I just turned it off and on. I don't think it's quite synced yet. So I think this satellite is having some issues, which is probably why my speed was only about 50 megabits per second instead of 200 megabits a second. You can turn on and off guest Wi-Fi, traffic meter. I just turned this on, but you can see that it allows you to see the data transferred by day or week and the averages and stuff. So that's kind of good to know. So overall, I'd recommend buying the Orbi home router system, especially if you are a heavy internet user. You need fast internet to work from home. You have a big home, a big 3,000 square foot home. I would highly recommend buying this setup on Amazon. It costs about $300, but in my experience, it's totally worth it. It's super frustrating if you just have one router without the satellites to be able to reach in the far corners of your house or into a mother-in-law apartment or outside. But this allows you to go just about anywhere on your property and have internet access. One thing I've noticed with this router system is that sometimes my internet will go like super slow all of a sudden on this satellite router. And this is the third satellite. So we've got a router, a satellite in our kitchen, and then a satellite here in my home office that's kind of attached but unattached from the house. It's a little bit ways out. And when my internet goes slow all of a sudden, I'll often check in the kitchen and find that the first satellite router got unplugged. And if I plug it back in, then I get really fast speeds again. But this router has been a lifesaver for us. I mean, even on this video I'm recording right now, I might be uploading these video files. It might be 0.5 gigabyte of video that I'll be uploading and sending via WeTransfer to my email, and then I'll download it onto this computer. And that just takes, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or whatever to do that. And it would take forever if I didn't have a good router and a good internet provider. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.